You've been wondering why it's taking so long. Why what you prayed for hasn't arrived yet. And why it feels like everyone else is moving forward while you're still waiting in the same place. You try to tell yourself that timing matters, that God has a plan. But if you're honest, there are nights when that explanation feels thin and unsatisfying. You don't doubt God's power. You doubt His timing. You don't question whether He can do it. You question why He hasn't done it yet, and that tension has quietly shaped your faith more than you want to admit. You keep asking yourself the same questions. Did I miss my moment? Did I wait too long? Did God forget about me while blessing everyone else? You replay old prayers and old hopes, wondering if they expired while you were being patient and faithful. And the longer the wait lasts, the more you're tempted to lower your expectations, to settle for something smaller, safer, or more immediate, just so the ache of waiting will finally stop. But hear this clearly, because this is where your perspective has been. Off. God's delays are not denials, and His timing is not punishment. You see delay as loss because you measure life by calendars and comparisons. God sees delay as protection because He measures life by readiness and purpose. What feels late to you often means complete to Him. You wanted it earlier because you were tired of waiting. But God withheld it because He was still shaping you, strengthening you, and removing things that would have broken you if the blessing had arrived too soon. You thought you were being overlooked, but you were actually being preserved. Look at the patterns you keep missing. Joseph didn't get the dream and the palace at the same time. David was anointed king long before he ever sat on the throne. Abraham waited decades for a promise that seemed impossible by human standards. In every case, the delay wasn't wasted time, it was preparation time. God wasn't slow, He was precise. And when He finally moved, well, He didn't give them what they originally imagined. He gave them something greater, something more stable, something that could last. You want God to be fast because speed feels like favor. But God is more concerned with fit. A blessing that comes early but destroys your peace is not a blessing. A door that opens before your character is ready becomes a trap, not a breakthrough. So when God waits, it's not because He's indifferent. It's because He refuses to give you something good in a season where it would become harmful. He sees outcomes you can't see, pressures you haven't faced yet, and responsibilities you're not fully prepared to carry. You've been comparing your timeline to other people's outcomes, not realizing you're comparing different callings, different capacities, and different costs. What God gives someone else quickly might crush you if you received it the same way. What looks late to you is often God refusing to rush something that needs depth, maturity, and alignment. He's not teasing you. He's training you. And training never feels rewarding while it's happening. Here's the part that challenges your faith the most. God doesn't just delay, He upgrades. When He gives late, He gives better. Better in quality, better in timing, better in sustainability. You wanted something that would meet a need, but God is preparing something that will transform your life. You prayed for relief. He's working toward restoration. You asked for an answer. He's building wisdom. You asked for a breakthrough. He's forming a foundation. If God had answered you when you first asked, you would have settled for less than what you're about to receive. You would have called it answered prayer, not realizing it was a shortcut that would have cost you more in the long run. The waiting is frustrating because you can't see the full picture. But God can. And He refuses to give you a version of the promise that requires you to lose yourself to keep it. Some of you are in a season where nothing seems to move. Not because God is inactive, but because He's doing work that can't be rushed. Roots are forming. Discernment is sharpening. Old attachments are loosening. Expectations are being purified. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Because waiting forces you to confront your fears, your impatience, and your need for control. But it also reveals what you truly trust. God is not late. He is intentional. He is not slow. He is thorough. And He is not ignoring your prayers. He is answering them in a way that protects your future, even if it tests your patience now. What's coming will not require you to beg, force, or compromise yourself. It will arrive with peace, clarity, and confirmation, not confusion and chaos. So stop measuring God's faithfulness by speed. Stop assuming silence means absence. Stop thinking that because it didn't happen when you expected it, it won't happen at all. Some things arrive later because they're meant to last longer. Some blessings take time because they carry weight. And some doors only open when you're strong enough to walk through them without losing who you are. Trust this. Even if it's hard, God gives late, but He always gives better. Not better by your old standards, but better by the standard of what your life actually needs. And when it finally arrives, you'll understand why it couldn't have come any sooner. Hold on. Not because waiting is easy, but because what's coming is worth the wait.